So this is where I keep my shoes, in my shoe cupboard. I couldn't afford a whole shoe room like Becky Bloom would, but I love my shoe cupboard. I designed it myself. I chose the pink myself, and I just love it. I love opening the doors and looking at my shoes. You know, partly because they're really pretty and partly because they're all really special to me for different reasons, and there are memories attached with them, and I can remember when I wore them, and I don't know, they are just lovely, lovely things. So I suppose my top sort of shoe memories in this shoe museum, or shoeseum, as I should call it, these ones. These are beautiful, classic Miu Miu pumps, and I bought these when I was in Milan doing publicity for one of my books, and I remember it really well because I had this whole day packed full of interviews, and it was sort of one, and then my publicist said, oh, we have an hour, and you've never been to Milan, you know, is there anything that we can take you to in this hour-long slot? And I said, yeah, you could take me to Miu Miu. So they did, hats off. We all bundled into a taxi and we sort of rushed off to Miu Miu, and I walked in and I saw these and I just instantly fell in love and bought them, and I have to say they have been one of my best buys. They're really elegant, but they're really comfortable, and every time I wear them I think back to Milan. I'm buying them in such a hurry, and it was just great fun. So they are great favourites, and these are also great favourites. I wore these on my first American tour, and every event I did, almost the first question from the audience wouldn't be anything about the book or the plot or the character. It would be, where did you get those shoes? Which I thought was a very good question, because they are so beautiful, and they are from Paul Smith. Just exquisite, and I love them very much. They just make you feel like a princess when you put them on. So they are great favourites. As are these, which these I bought for my third son's christening. I was obsessed that I had to get a pair of red shoes, not even just any pair of red shoes. I had to get a pair of red patent shoes, and I was absolutely determined, and I dragged my poor sister the length of Sloane Street looking for these shoes, and I kept threatening her with going into a great big department store, which she's phobic about. So, you know, she kept trying to fob me off with other shoes, going, well, these have got a bit of red. Well, what about these? You know, and I was like, no, I know what I want. And eventually I went into Russell and Bromley, and there they were, exactly what I had been envisaging. It was like I knew they were out there. I just felt it inside. So there they were, and I just instantly bought them. And again, I just love them. And people always notice them, always say, oh, I love those shoes, where do you get them? So those are totally fab. And these I also love. These I wore all the time when I was pregnant. And it's not always easy to find fab shoes when you're pregnant, because your feet get bigger and you've got your bump and you can't balance. But these are just brilliant because they've got this fantastic platform wedge. They feel really comfortable, but they're really cool and sort of stylish, and they give you height, and again, everybody says, oh, I love your shoes, which is always a good moment. So these are fantastic. I will never part with these. Even if yellow goes out of fashion, I will still wear them. And then I guess my last favourite pair of shoes would actually not be shoes, but be these boots, which I've got on. There we are, there's a full view of the boots. They are by Bieber, and there's no particular memory associated with these boots, except that my mother used to go to Bieber all the time in the 60s. And when I was growing up as a little girl, she used to tell me about Bieber. She used to tell me stories about Bieber, and even my dad knew about Bieber, and it just sounded so cool and was part of our fashion history. And so when I saw that Bieber had come back and you know, was relaunching, I was just so excited, and these boots came out, and it really is like these boots are made for walking. They just feel so fab. So they are also massive favourites of mine. Thank you for visiting my shoeseum. Come back anytime.